Yep, is recorded. So yes, this is the beginning of our presentation with Collector, and I'm excited to see what they have to show us today. And to get rolling on that, I'm going to go ahead and stop my screen share, and now you see all of us in this room. And Collector, you can go ahead and take over the presentation by sharing your screen, and when it comes up with a little box that says to share your audio, of course we want to do that.
Awesome.
So you can do, if you didn't do it, you can do new screen share, and then just make sure that little audio box thing is checked in the corner.
Cool. So yeah, we're here. I mean, we don't have a PowerPoint presentation. We don't have something like that. We're going to show a couple videos of what we do, and that would be my biggest recommendation for anybody who's graduating, to have that more than anything. Is like, what do you do? What have you worked on? What is your style? What does it feel like? What's unique about what you're doing? Because I know for everybody that we've worked with or we've hired, that's been the biggest thing. You know, I mean, it's great. We both have graduated from college, and we both got a good education, him from Regent. But there are people that have come to me that have graduated and don't have anything to really show that they've worked on. That makes it not super interesting to hire them. You know? Yeah, so I'm just going to give a little bit of background of how we started and where we're at now. And I mean, we've already kind of talked a little bit, and then maybe just see kind of what you're feeling. I know where these guys are trying to go, but what you are trying to get into, and then we'll show a little bit of the videos that we make for companies and nonprofits. So for me, like I said, I graduated from Oral Roberts University, and I founded Collector a handful of years ago. And when I graduated, I moved into a recording studio because I didn't have the money to live in a place and record at the same time. So I put those funds together and slept in a recording studio and made music during the day and made some albums. And then so I made some original stuff, and people came to me after that. And I think Brandon can relate to this. Is, you know, one good thing about business is, say it's good to make your first dollar before you spend your first dollar. So somebody said, hey, can I hire you to make an album for me? And I didn't have an official business at the time. I said, okay, yeah, that sounds good. Came up with a quote, and before I bought any additional stuff, I had a contract of somebody who wanted to work with me. And so simultaneously at that time, I was working with a nonprofit, and I kind of pitched them on some ideas to start traveling overseas to make some short documentaries and some films to highlight some of the work that they're doing, and try to tell stories about how these organizations are affecting change throughout the entire world. So I got sent to Asia and Europe and Africa and all these different places to create stories, essentially. So fast forward a handful of years, one of the visions that I had is I wanted to see those things kind of come together. At Collector, Hayden is one of our composers. He can do a lot of other stuff too, but music is a huge value for what we do. And every video we've ever made is handcrafted original music. We don't use anything just because we're lucky that we don't have to. We don't use anything from online sources or any kind of generic music. It's all stuff that we hand compose this stuff. And so we, with the last couple of years, we've been able to work with clients of all types. And now it's about 5 of us on the team working full time to create. And we work with mainly 3 different types of projects. So like I said, one of my biggest passions was nonprofits. So what we've done is we've made specialized fundraising videos. I was just in Vietnam last week and was working on something there and bring that back. We've been, in the last year, we've been to Cuba and Haiti and India and Thailand and I don't miss anything. And then before that, Kenya and Ukraine. A few other places. And to create content to help fundraise for organizations that we're excited and that we believe in. And one thing that I love doing is we've got really into, this might be more business side, this might not be as interesting to the arts people, but trying to collect data on even when we worked as disasters hit throughout the United States. A really important thing about fundraising videos is sometimes something that artists can get lost in is you need to create results, And so Hurricane Harvey hit in Texas, and we were able to come in really quick and make high quality video stuff, get it out while the news cycle is still going on, and we were able to raise a ton of money to help this company specifically do stuff. And I said, just a good note just to take is that's a huge thing. You can make artistic stuff, and I think you'll see in a minute, I think our stuff's pretty artistic, but your timing and really knowing how to message something is a really key thing. Companies, nonprofits, whoever you are, one of the videos where he shows a photographer who sells prints online, people need revenue to come in, and so if you can aid and be a part of that, that's going to keep somebody really excited about what you're doing. So that's, the nonprofits is one sector that we do. Another that has been a really good source of revenue, and I think it's really fun, is we're focusing a lot this year on working with like white collar professional kind of people, so this week we were at a law office in Chesapeake, and one of our goals is you've probably seen a lot of the cheesy lawyer commercials, and it's like, strike fear in your heart, or like, help you memorize their phone number or something, which I mean, I get the tactics behind that, I guess. But what we're trying to do is storytelling for these people. And so how do we make a 3-minute story about this law office, we're out of this dental office, and set them apart as like, what's the unique difference? There's hundreds of these people in every community, and so that's another skill that we're honing in on this year, is showing that we want to come to these people and tell a story that shows a unique difference on why this is the person, this lawyer, this doctor, this dentist that is one out of hundreds, but this is why it's a good fit for you. So we try to bring out the personality of all these people and do that. And then finally, and this is probably the first video that we'll show, maybe we'll show the reel first, but after the reel, no, we'll show the reel last. Let's pull up the Landa Adam one. This is fun because this is some of the best stuff that I think maybe one of the reasons that you go to school and do some of these things. I mean, obviously we all want feature films, but what's the stuff before that,
Yeah.
What's the stuff you can get? You can make money from a client and make something you're pretty proud of artistically. And again, that's something I'd encourage a lot of students. I feel like one of the downfalls I see with students coming right out of college is you start with this your senior project is this 25-person film set, which won't be happening again until you get to the level where you're in Hollywood, or you're in you're doing the humongous car commercial. And so kind of that middle ground is sort of like, how do you take 4 or 5 people and make something that looks like it's 15 people and looks like a lot bigger? And if you can do that, you can be flexible. You'll have a lot of potential to do stuff. So this is somebody that was it's a pretty creative project. This guy is a really amazing photographer. He travels around the world and takes photographs, and he sells his prints online. And so he came to us and he said, I want to really pick up the sales for what's going on online. He has other businesses that he's working on too. Can you guys help me tell a story to potentially pick up sales online? I just want a beautiful video. So we pitched him on the idea of, and what we do is A to Z. So it's like the pitch, the concept to the final product, and everything in between. And so we pitched him on the idea of saying, well, let's tell the story of a photograph. Let's do it. We got to do it in a little bit more abstract way. What we do, but like, let's see, because he would always talk about the adventure of like, I'd drive to these remote places and like get out of my car and like find this perfect spot. But then I have my producers back home that would frame it, and then it would go up on somebody's wall, and this couple would get to enjoy the photograph. So we chose to tell a story of a photograph, and this is, I think, a pretty fun artistic way to do it, but we still got to contribute to a business. So we want to.
No, I just want to make sure the audio is working because I didn't check a box or anything. I didn't see that for anything.
Oh,
So,
you didn't? Okay.
I didn't see a box.
Is it not playing audio, or
I haven't played it yet.
see if it does, and then if not,
Yeah,
It should be playing
all
better.
right. Go ahead and do.
yeah, I had a feeling it wasn't going to work because I didn't see the option.
Wow, intuitive.
Thank you.
So if you move your mouse, and actually hold down Command and Tab over to see Zoom again. Perfect. All right. So now go to stop. I guess you can go to stop share, and then go to new share. On the green.
Right there,
Yep.
share screen.
And now see the little thing bottom left hand corner. Share
Yeah.
computer sound.
There you go.
And then hit that.
What's
permission to a device. Yeah, because it's gonna hijack your.
What's the optimized for full screen video clip? Is that a good one to click to, or is that?
Oh, is that an option?
Oh, is that?
Yeah, I guess if that's an option now, go for it. They're always changing it, adding new things. Oh, okay.
That doesn't trust you.
It doesn't look like it.
If that has internet, we can pull it up on there. If that's
It does.
Let me just.
Apple really protects you.
Wow. Yeah, I've got my
I
Mac
guess
at home.
it protects you from yourself.
My Mac didn't protect me like this. It didn't. Maybe it's Sierra, High Sierra's doing that.
I think it's in, like all my newer Mac, like everything that we bought in the last year is a lot more. We get it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it seems like.
It's a lot creepier in my opinion.
Yeah.
I like the old Mac.
Alright.
But I'm old, so
Obviously, it's a little bit more pixelated on there, but whatever.
we'll see how it shows up.
There should be.
Let me see if my speakers are.
Could be me. That would be why. Huh.
Oh, you're not that low. You should still hear something.
Let's do this. Let's just. This screen looks
Wanna-
better, anyways. Let's just show it.
Oh, let me mute myself.
Excites
recording so you can hear the waves crashing. All that stuff is literally like from the trip, So we try to capture like everything about the environment and throw that together like a soundscape to plant that, And that was Adam getting the guy that was the photographer, getting to talk and share about those things. And so for us, we kind of took a handful of the things that we asked questions about, flipped it together, combined it with soundscape, wrote the music around that, and tried to contribute everything into the focal point of telling a mildly abstract story about the journey of a photograph. And so I say with what we do, this is kind of one of my favorite things that we get to do as a smaller company growing, as we are. We get to take a handful of creative people and communicate something for these companies and businesses that are pretty interesting. So yeah, that was a really fun project. That's a little example of what we get to do with some of the businesses. We'll show the reel real quick, and you guys probably saw that in the background. And this just gives us a little. There's a handful of. I might show one more thing after this, but there's a handful of projects where we haven't updated this in about 6 or 7 months yet that we've done since. This is just a little taste of some of the travel stuff that we've been able to do in the last year or so.
Hit the audio back on.
last year, which is still part of the U.S., but kind of in the sequence of those things. So that's a really beautiful area. It was nice because it's cost effective. It's not like you're flying across the world, you know, and you don't even change time zones. But yeah, we were able to.
It's hard to film on voices, or it's hard to film there. Like, they can get a good permit, or like.
No, it's easier than here. Yeah, we've never had any problems overseas. Even like Vietnam. I mean, this is a communist country. That was something where. So my wife is the producer for a lot of stuff that we did. She's really thorough, making sure everything's good to go. And we were planning on bringing a bigger cinema camera, which you don't do always overseas. And no issues. Nobody really cares about much that pertaining to that in the places that we've gone. Even like the drone stuff is never been an issue. We've kind of done it everywhere you can imagine.
Yeah.
So cool. Well, yeah. So that's basically the synopsis of what we do. Like I said, we have a handful of employees, and what we're kind of looking for, and you're good on that, yeah. So what we're looking for is maybe a little different than some of what these normal internships are like. And I think I said this to you is we're a very tight knit company. Like I said, there's like we have other people that work with us, but 5 of us that are like continually every day plugging away. We have like this 8,000 square foot warehouse. It's this old 110-year-old brick place that we can do shoots and we do all types of stuff in there. But really what we want is we're rapidly growing, and we want to clear the way for people to intern with the potential of employment, you know? And so it's something where it's not, and I don't know if this is right to say or not, but it's not extremely exciting to us to have somebody come and just kind of learn for a few months and then not really have an interest in sticking around. And I would think the same for probably most serious people anyways, you know, so like you want to find, especially in media, you want to find someone who's a good fit for what you do, enjoy working there and get some like actual experience under your belt, not just kind of take a couple thoughts while you're there and that's it, you know? And so like I said, everybody that every time we're having somebody come in, it's because we think they could work for us potentially, you know? And so how we look at some of the intern stuff is kind of like a trial run, like we're a fit to see if this is something that could work down the road, you know? Because it's tricky. I mean, getting good like media jobs. And it's not like nursing or accounting or things like that where it's okay, cool, you pass your CPA exam and you're good to go. And then there's places that you work at and it's like 13th grade or whatever, you know. This is like a whole new road that you guys are navigating. So that's kind of what our vision is we want to see like really talented people. Our 2 biggest values that we've talked about is, you know, we really want people that know programs well. You know, so we use Pro Tools a lot. We use Final Cut. We have the whole Adobe suite. And so, you know, we have like everything for people that, some of the reasons that we don't have, you know, more animation or graphics and stuff, it's just because we don't have time to do it, and we want talented people to come in and we'll add it to what we do, you know? So there's a lot of potential there for people to come and learn and contribute. But our big 2 values are we want people that have the natural skill and taste. You know, taste is you can teach somebody Pro Tools rather quickly or Adobe programs quickly, but if you don't have good taste, then I don't know how to teach that fast, you know? So that's a huge thing for us, you know? And the other thing is just kind of one of the rave reviews we get from a lot of our clients is that they love having us around, you know, where it's something where it's like, oh, Collector's coming back, that's so cool, like I love that those guys are here, whether it's Regent or somebody like overseas, you know? And so that's really important. We've tried to hire people that are somebody that, you know, one of our shooters, Danielle Blevins, who's not here, is, you know, we sent her off to California by herself to capture something that was relatively easy. And we knew that, like, we got rave reviews for the clients that, oh my gosh, Danielle was so great when she was there. We loved having her. We loved doing it. Sometimes in the tech and the media field, people can be like kind of abrasive, yeah, or these, and it's fine. I mean, you want to be direct, but you want to be great to be around. And so, you know, I've worked a lot with music with my background, a lot of sound guys.
Yeah.
And are some of the most intense people that I've ever met. that like, dude, please chill out. What are you? Where somebody's like, I don't know if I can send that kind of person off by themselves, but that's being a company that's smaller and growing that's something we're looking for is somebody that our clients say we're so glad they were here and we're so looking forward to the next time Collector comes through because it's always fun. It's a fun experience. So really, like somebody that people enjoy being around, and then also somebody that has good taste. And I feel like a lot of the other stuff we're able to teach, and really what we're looking for is we're happy to take people on the younger side that have less experience, that look like they have a lot of potential. I'd actually rather have that than somebody that's going to be farther along, kind of already set in their ways, and in a place where they don't, they just want to come and do what they do, and that's it, because we're looking to build kind of like a culture. So that's about it. Any questions, thoughts?
I have a real quick question. Do you, for any of your color grading things, do you use DaVinci Resolve?
Yeah, so we just got DaVinci.
Okay.
We have started, that was not on DaVinci, the two things that you saw. So that's one thing that we, again, it's like we're so swamped with so much stuff. It's like I had to kind of, we've had it for a little while, and I told our editor, like, okay, just, well, I mean, we always have the choice every day. I'm like, okay, do we keep doing these videos that we have in the queue because we're swamped with it, or do you learn something new? And so she's taken time this last couple of weeks to kind of start really diving into it. It's a pretty intense program. Do you work with it?
I've been starting to work with at least the grading, the color grading aspect of it. I'm trying to also learn how to, the workflow from beginning to end, how to edit, how to work with it from beginning to end.
Yeah.
I'm just
no, that's great. Yeah, I mean, I'm being transparent about that. I mean, it's something where it's like we just have to choose between the time that we have every day. Where I would love to have somebody that's amazing at that could help contribute.
And it is. You might already know that, but it is. I haven't tested it for myself, but there is ways where you can actually export your workflow from Premiere as an EDL and then put it into the DaVinci, and we'll have it. And you can actually color grade by scene it, by what But you might not. I just found that. I thought,
No,
workflow.
I mean, we're still fresh on it. We just got it a couple months ago, and now we're actually trying to incorporate it. So, any other thoughts, questions?
I have questions. So in terms for internships, like how do you apply? Like how long would be the internship?
Yeah.
Is it like an over the summer thing?
Yeah.
Or if you're still in school, like I'm not graduating next year yet. So, I still have a little bit here.
My preference is more a semester. If summer is what you need, then we could work that out. But yeah, it's about a semester long thing. And so we work around people's school schedules to do it. One thing that we do like is we need people for the most part to try to make shoots work or happen, like to be on them. And obviously there's sometimes it just doesn't work out, but it's a little bit of availability for that is pretty key. But a semester long. So dream scenario is, you do a semester. For him, he was like kind of with us in that capacity, maybe a year and a half, kind of more interning before employed. And then it's always great when somebody's doing a semester internship and then we do full-time work after that. But yeah, it's about an average of a semester, and it's pretty flexible and like starting time. Because like I said, really our biggest goal is we want to just throw you into projects that we're already working on, get people to help. Our intern that we had this last semester is working for us now. We took her to Haiti. She did, she had some skills in video editing, but she ran the boom, did the sound in Haiti, and did all these different things. And so there's a lot of variables that we just seeing how flexible people can be to help contribute to the overall picture of what we're trying to create.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what's sort of in the application process, obviously do you want to see a resume, or if you have a little reel of stuff that we've worked on here at Region, what are the positions we be considered for as interns?
Yeah, reel would be best. The way we've been doing it today is if you just want to kind of put some of your info, we have a sign-up sheet that we put with everybody, so we'll just kind of wrap around and touch base. We have a specific set of questions, and Just we've had a handful of people that are looking to do stuff, and so what we do is just kind of contact you within a week or so, and send something a little bit more official your way. We just wanted to gauge interest today, and then as much as you have would be beneficial. You know, if you have a website or if you have a reel or any of that kind of stuff, and then we probably more than a resume, we'd probably just ask our own questions.
Yeah.
So does that answer?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
I might not be able to do because I've already satisfied my credit for internship, but I talked to Hayden. Is there any way I would still like to, when I have time, still like to participate in shoots that you have?
Yeah.
So ways that can happen, like, hey, we're doing this shoot on this, maybe a couple of days. We're doing this.
We'll follow up on all that. I mean, we have like a handful of contractors, different people we work with. It's a lot of different capacities. Like I said, for us, one of the main goals is we're growing quick. We need help. We want to find talented people, and so we'll follow up. And I mean, we have a lot of people that express interest like outside of this too, and so we want to follow up, give the opportunity to just get as much information as we can, and we'll definitely be in conversation, to figure out kind of what the best fit is. But that's something we definitely do with people. Yeah.
Looks like we have a question from online.
Is it Sarah B?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see. How do I get to view this somewhere?
You hit the chat button.
Wow, I'm clicking on it.
I mean, I didn't know.
Oh, you already been talking to her, Hayden?
Stop to share real quick. Oh, here we go. Yes, if you could give me your email, I'll add you. Thank you.
I just responded to her.
Oh, cool. Awesome. And then also, of course, we have our internship process here, which we take care of things for you guys if you just stop by. Or actually, what you want to do, you can stop by and talk to us later. But you can also do this from CareerLink. Have you guys ever logged into CareerLink?
Yes.
I mean, I did from when I had to do my internship.
Okay, perfect. So you just go in there, go to the survey section, you'll see on like the left-hand side. And then there's step 1, step 2, step 3. Go ahead, fill out a step 1, let us know what you're thinking of doing. We'll get back to you, fill out the other steps. We get you squared away then with your department chair and academic advising, registrar, and get you registered. There are deadlines. You can still sign up for an internship for the next session in this semester, which would be D. But you want to get moving on that. And then, of course, it's never too early to sign up for summer. So
Yeah, for sure. If you want to sign up on here, we have the little sign-up sheet for you, so we can just contact you.
Yeah.
Send some stuff your way. Yeah. Cool. Well, thanks guys for hanging out for a little bit. This has been a fun learning experience for me to kind of see. We're so busy day to day with stuff. I'm trying to make more time to really just see what the next generation of talent and people are, and because like I said, that's the main area that we hire from is people that are graduating college. So I'm trying to invest some more time in this. So this has been good. Thank you.
Thank you. Definitely.
Yeah.
For
Yeah, good. So yeah, if you want to sign up over there.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just real quick.